What's up, everybody? This is All Things Beer 510, and tonight, not a review, more Beermatic Hiphop Talk. Just love doing these and having conversations with people in the comments about albums and lyrics and just everything hip hop that I love. So tonight's list. We're going to be talking about the top 10, my top 10. Of course, I never do in order. I think I've done like one in order video, but that's just too difficult. So the top 10 radio freestyle. So let me, clarify, for somebody, myself, who used to rhyme and still write myself, but still, I consider myself an MC at heart. Freestyling is not easy to do, especially just freestyling and being nice at it. And so that's not easy to do. But, a lot of radio freestyles or mixtape freestyles, they're not freestyles. They're not off the top of the dome. Only a few MCs can really do that. But, shout out to Supernatural. But just constructing a rhyme to a different song, to a different beat, and then being in, whether it's Sway and Tech in the morning, whether it's Funk Flex, whether it's Cosmic Kev in Philly, for those who know what I'm talking about, hearing a different beat that you didn't prepare to, that you didn't flow to, that you didn't write to, having the emotion, having the cameras on you, and you spitting that rhyme from such and such verse. I don't think that's easy to do at all. I know it's not easy to do. And making it flow like you wrote it to that beat. And so, I'm going to leave the links for my top 10 radio freestyles in there, so you guys can click those, and that's what I miss. I think Funk Flex does a great job. I think Sway in the Morning do a great job of still having MCs come by, but a lot of MCs back in the 90s, top tier MCs would freestyle on the radio and risk it all. You don't really see that anymore. You see some MCs, but you don't see like the Elite of Elite doing it quite often. But there are some classic ones that I'm gonna just name off that you guys can check out. The first one being the most recent one on this list, and I think the only one from this last decade on the list, is Black Thought. Black Thought from the Roots. A couple years ago, 2017, I want to say, was on Funk Flex. Blacked out something ridiculous. Black Thought is one of the illest MCs ever, from one of the best groups ever, from Philadelphia, and just his breath control, his rhyme patterns, his flow, what he's saying, it makes sense. Like not every bar, every line is dope, and he's one of the illest MCs doing it, and to me, in my opinion, has gotten better, right? And from the first album in the early 90s to now, I think Black Thought is even iller than when he first came out. So that's the most recent one. I'm gonna take these, and I'm gonna take a few of them in pairs because it's easy for me to remember, because I wrote this down on my wrote this down on my phone, but I did not. I'm not looking at anything right now, so I'm gonna have to remember the other 9. We're gonna take 2 right now off the bat. Eminem freestyle Wake Up Show. So I'll have the link. Check the description. I'll have the link in there. Eminem Wake Up Show, Sway and Tech. This is like 97, 98. And, I'm from the Bay Area. Sway and Tech in the morning, or Sway and Tech, not tech, Sway in the morning, but Sway and Tech. I would just, be up Friday nights, listening to KML, listening to freestyles, super hyped about just who was going to be on. Never knew, this is not social media day, so never knew who was going to be on. They would say, oh, this rapper's going to be on. And 97, I believe it was 97, 96 or 97, before Slim Shady LP dropped, Eminem came by and just murdered it. And just he was, I think, fresh off the Rap Olympics, and just rapping like I had never heard before. And I can say for myself that I was I was young. I was like 12. I was in middle school still, but I would come home, run home, hopefully it wasn't a game on Friday nights, and I would listen to Sway and Tech, and I just remember hearing Eminem, and I didn't even know he was white, right? This is before, like, like I said, social media, and you have magazines and everything, but for me, who was into rapping at that time, like trying to rap myself, but not until like the battling circuit at that time, and that wasn't until later. Just dope, crazy freestyle, just to different beats and just ridiculous. And so that's 9. 8 is Eminem and Royce. And remember, just check the description for all the videos that are on YouTube. YouTube is great for that. Eminem and Royce to 5'9". This is coming off like around the same time. Bad Meets Evil. I do not know the radio station, but I do know they went back and forth to some classic beats. That's one thing about radio freestyles. Like, certain beats you can just like black out on, and maybe they're not the best song, but the beat, and maybe they're not even the best beat, right? But they're the best beat for ciphers and freestyles, and really just like losing it. And Eminem and Royce to 5'9". This is, like I said, 97, 98 time. I think it was probably even before Slim Shady LP. Like, these dudes just went back and forth, and one of the reasons why Royce is one of my favorite MCs, like, you seen it then, like how nice he was, and he just killed it. So Eminem and Royce to 5'9". So that's God, can't shake this cough. So sorry, guys. So then we're gonna go with 9, and that was 9 and 8. Now we're gonna go with 7 and 6. One of my favorite MCs ever, one of my favorite lyricists ever, Big L, rest in peace. Big L, we're going to talk about the 98 freestyle that was on Big Picture. That was part 2. That, ask Beavis, I get nothing but head. My game is vicious and cool. Fucking chicks is just, if my bitch think I'm loyal, then that bitch is a fool. How come? You can listen to my first album and find out where a lot of niggas got their whole style from. So yeah. So that was dope, but it was on Stretch and Bobbito. That was actually part 2, and then I'll also put part 1 in there. It's a whole freestyle together, dope beat, and just punchline after punchline after punchline after punchline. Crazy, ridiculous stuff. And so that's 7. Number 6, classic freestyle, and if you guys have not heard it, you guys have to hear it. It's Big L, and I think it's 96 or 95. It's right around Reasonable Doubt time. Might have been right before Reasonable Doubt, or Jay and Big L, Jay-Z, Big L, Jay-Z. If you really listen to the rhyme, Jay-Z was really spitting. If you understand rhymes and patterns and what he was saying, I think he was spitting. But Big L just had, like, for that radio freestyle, for the beats, for just that type of rapping, Big L stole the show. Like, I remember in the freestyle, I don't know if it was Stretch or Bobbito. I think it was Bobbito, where it's like, give it back to Big L. Like, Jay had just got done rapping. And like I said, this is Reasonable Doubt Jay. This is classic album Jay-Z. Like, one of the best MCs ever. One of the best albums in hip-hop ever. And Big L, like, just, I'm so ahead of my time. My parents haven't met yet. I'm feeling like Billy Bathgate. My rap style is past great. I love to fuck a bitch from the back and watch her ass shake. I probably got your mommy strung. Like, just, and I'm just rapping these because I just remember some of these lyrics off the top of my head. And it was, man, I didn't hear it in real time. So I didn't hear it, we didn't have Stretch and Bobbito then. I heard it in, like, when, like, LimeWire and stuff came out. And I was like, and I had heard of Big L before because I was familiar with, like, the Big Picture and Lifestyles and Dangerous and MVP. I was familiar with them. I didn't hear this freestyle. When I heard this freestyle, man, it just solidified it for me as just rewind. Like, and, when I talk about lyricists, I think the video a couple weeks ago, rewind quality, and we're like, oh, I can't believe he said that. That's what that freestyle delivered, just from Big L alone. But then just to have, Jay-Z in there as well, not even peak Jay-Z, but young Jay-Z, not young because he was like 27, 28, but like, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, 95, 96. And, it was sad that Big L, got gunned down, and Jay was about to sign him. So, yeah. God dang. So, yeah, man, just real sad, but just, that freestyle mixed with 98 freestyle, cements L. And doesn't cement it, but just for me, just is the reason why. For me, he's one of the nicest ever, and just always will be remembered. So that was, Black Thought. We had M and Royce and M, and then 7 and 6 was Big L. So number 5, we're gonna go with 1 legend and 2 supreme lyricists. Back to the Wake Up Show. Chino XL, one of my influences when I first started rhyming. I think his first album is a little underrated. The beats are not there, but for the 90s, I think it was spot on. It was really good. But Lyrical Vampire is one of like my favorite songs ever, and Riot with Roscos. And Roscos is on his freestyle. Chino XL is on his freestyle, and then the legend KRS-One. I don't know. I don't remember listening to this Wake Up Show freestyle live. Also, Chino XL has one with Crooked Eye that's like ridiculous that I did listen to live. And my voice is changing. But I don't know if it was put together at different times on the Wake Up Show. But KRS went first, and he was like really spitting. Like he seemed like he wrote this rhyme for somebody. Chino XL went after, and just how he came off, and I can't. His rhyme pattern is very difficult to even say, so I can't even get his. But then Roscos came, and I'ma show you LA. I'm a UCLA like Ed O'Bannon. Like I'ma make UCLA like Ed O'Bannon. So Ed O'Bannon played for UCLA. Just Roscos is also one of the nicest MCs ever, and just to have them three on one radio freestyle has always been like one of my greatest. I didn't listen to it live, but I listened to it like in like late 90s, 99. I mean, I think like 99, 2000 when I listened to it, and yeah, just crazy freestyle. So then that's 5. So 4, we're gonna go with one of my favorite MCs also. It's another 2-part one. So this is going to be 4 and 3. Cannabis. Cannabis has a Wake Up Show freestyle. He also has a Hot 97 freestyle when Cannabis BC came out. But Cannabis has a freestyle on the Wake Up Show, just ridiculous. If you guys, people laugh at Cannabis for the disaster shit and pulling out a notepad, and that just really broke my heart. But there was a time where, and I think there's a magazine cover of like Cannabis, Corrupt, and X, where Cannabis was, along with X, Pun, Cam, Noriega, Exhibit, Corrupt. This is around the 97, 98 time, where he was one of the illest MCs ever. They was calling him the second coming to Rakim. And he was just, his rhymes, I had never heard nothing like that, ever. And for a peak rapper, I really haven't heard too much since. Like, just every radio freestyle, and then I think he won the battle with L. I mean, maybe not long term, but if you put up his diss versus LL's diss, I think second round KO is a classic. He just, when you check the video, check the freestyle, Cannabis just slaughtered it. Different beats, and just really makes you think rhymes. Just out of this world. The second one for Cannabis was Cannabis, Nori, and X. And I think Noriega was just with Joe on, was it Flex? I think it was Flex. I watched it, funny, dope interview. It was for Pun's anniversary of his passing. And it was Nori, X, and Cannabis, and all of them brought it. But, X, this is coming right before, around the time of As Dark as Hell It's Hot. Cannabis was, I think it was right before his solo album. So to have both of them going back and forth, and then Nori coming in being, I think this was like after the War Report, but right before his first album, Nori, just dope freestyle, and just, a lot of quotables, and just, you don't get too many moments like that. So that is, I think that's 4 and 3 actually. And also, I might put in there, but there's a video. I seen it when the video came out, because my cousin had a video cassette of it. And now it's on YouTube, where it was Cannabis X, Mike Geronimo. You guys look up Mike Geronimo, Pun, and Mos Def. And they're all sitting at a table. I think even Irv Gotti's at the table and a couple other people at the table. And who else was there? Not just Mike Geronimo. God, John Forte he was from the Fuji camp, right? So, real dope conversation. They had a nice conversation video, and then I know I'm getting off topic, but then Pun rhymed Dream Shatterer, and then he rhymed like another verse on Dream Shatterer that was not on the actual song, but it was fucking amazing. Mos Def rapped, damn, was it Hip Hop? I think the song called Hip Hop on his first album. Cannabis, I don't know if it was his first time, but he did Second Round KO. And I think it was before the video and song actually came out, because he talked about the L beef, but he didn't mention LL Cool J's name, but people knew who he was talking about. And then X rhymed also. They just don't get no better than that. Just dope video, dope. I might leave that link in there as well. And then so I think that's 4 and 3. And hopefully I'm not, I know one of them, and hopefully I'm not drawing a blank on, the other one. And so while I'm trying to talk to you guys, I'll probably remember. Rockefeller. Man, I remember it was, around, Nas is my favorite rapper of all time. It was around the Nas and Jay beef, and Jay and Mobb Deep beef, and, but at the time and still now, I was a big Beanie Siegel fan also, and he had brought State Property. It was the night that Freeway battled Cassidy that night, and they went on Hot 97. Now, I didn't listen to this live, but maybe I listened to like the next day, because like internet, social media wasn't out, but blogs and stuff like that. And I remember going online, going on the computer, and like checking and seeing that this freestyle was, out, and they took over Hot 97. So this is, Jay didn't rhyme at all. This is Siegel, Freeway, Memph Bleak, H Money Bags, Oskino, Sparks, Young Chris when he was like 16. Just Beanie and Freeway killed it. Just them alone, and the beats they're rapping on, Quiet Storm. And then they put Nas's on one of the dopest beats to me, and then Sieg shits on the beat, but he's shitting on Nas. And just one of the dopest moments in hip hop. Just I can't think of any dope. It was to have Jay, Prime Jay. This is Blueprint Jay, Money Making Jay, his whole team behind him. They bum rushed the show. Shout out to Public Enemy. And just all the rhymes are on there. Some of the rhymes was from Beanie's second album, The Reason. Some of the rhymes I never heard. There's a part when they rap to Who Shot Ya? And Beans and Freeway go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now, there's a lot of parts to this, so hopefully I can put all the parts in the description for you guys to listen to. But this was even, I think, before the D Block beef, before D Block and State Prop. This was which that could be actually in this top 10 as well. But this was man, it was just a memorable night. And I remember my cousin Sherm was playing ball in Australia. My cousin Sherm, a big influence on my life, was playing hoop in Australia. So I would send him a lot of, tapes and stuff off LimeWire and Napster. I would send a lot of stuff that was happening because on LimeWire and Napster, especially, you can find freestyles as they happen. People upload them. So that's how I was getting a lot of Hot 97 freestyles or Cosmic Kev in Philly or freestyles in LA. And then at the same time, dubbing the Wake Up Show freestyles. So, freestyles have always been like just a crazy part of my life, just, for rapping. And just that whole freestyle was just, that whole moment was ridiculous. I think it was like an hour, like the guys just spazzed. And now I do remember number one. Like I said, it's not number one. So don't kill me like, oh, how can I be number one? Juice. A lot of you guys do not probably know of Juice, who watch this. Hopefully more people catch on. I'm sorry, guys, for this cough, and I've been dealing with this cough. I'm not sick, but just dealing with this cough all week. Juice, MC Juice, from Chicago, and I think one of the dopest lyricists ever, punchline MCs ever, battle rappers ever. Him and Supernatural probably have one of the top battles ever. Listen to Craig G and Supernatural too, but listen to Juice and Supernatural. Like, it is I remember listening to the Wake Up Show because it was that's a separate conversation, but just Juice and Supernatural. But Juice, he was on the Wake Up Show, and also him and Supernatural was on the Wake Up Show too. But yeah, him and Juice is just one of the dopest MCs ever. Underrated. Has some underground hits and everything like that, but didn't truly make that spark. But he battled him in I want to say in the Rap Olympics, and I want to say, dang, guys, comment and please correct me if I'm wrong. I think, did he beat him? Did Juice beat Eminem? Juice, just a very talented MC, ultra spitter. He was on the Wake Up Show, and he just killed it. And when I heard that, and that was one of the ones I heard live, when I heard that, I went and downloaded a whole bunch of Juice songs, and I thought he was super dope. I mean, for somebody myself, who's in the lyrics a lot, I thought Juice was next, and he never really blew up at all. But Juice, his and I could put the Juice and Supernatural freestyle in there too, but I got more hyped off of Juice. Just listen to him spaz, and so that link will be in there also. I think there's actually a video for that one. So that's my top 10 radio freestyles, and there's so many. G Unit, during the days of Hot 97, people just go on and lose it before video. Video's everything now, but Fabulous and Nori got one. A lot of locks ones. I was big on the locks. There's the Wake Up Show has so many. Wu-Tang, Razzcast has a couple. Chino XL has a lot. This, anybody who was on the Wake Up Show was killing back then. Just it was a great time in hip hop, and it was Stretch and Bobbito, Funk Flex. Funk Flex was like in the early 2000s. Stretch and Bobbito was the 90s, and Sway and Tech was the West Coast version of that. And then you had some stuff like with Cosmic Kev, and who had a lot of dope freestyles at the time. And then you'd have other DJs on Hot 97 besides Flex, like Cassidy has like an 11-minute freestyle that is ridiculous, right? And so a lot of stuff, a lot of freestyles, but those are my 10. I'll leave links to everything I talked about in there for you guys just to check it out, because lyrics, I think people always say hip hop is dead, but there's a lot of great hip hop, and I'm gonna be doing some reviews probably this weekend about the albums I'm listening to, some album reviews. I'm listening to Blue and Oh No. I'm listening to Boogie still. I'm listening to Smith & Wesson album. I like 2 Chainz album. So there's a lot of stuff actually I'm playing. That's not all lyrics, but good albums. And I think there's a lot of good hip hop out there. People just need to stop complaining and start listening more. And so I'll leave some when I do those album official album reviews, I'll leave links for people to stream and everything like that, and you guys can listen to what I'm listening to, because I know a lot of people ask me what I'm currently listening to. It's not all just 90s stuff. So you guys, until next time, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a long video, but I love the conversation. Please comment and tell me your radio freestyles, or Rap City the Booth freestyles, or Rap City. What else was there? There was Rap City, Freestyle Friday, whatever, battles, whatever. We can have talks about anything. Just love hip hop talks along with beer. So till next time, you guys take care. Peace and love. 100. I'm out.